Few people are well acquainted with a country located in the northwest of Africa, Mauritania. With a vast area of 1 million km², it is the 29th largest country in the world. Despite this extensive size, more than 90% of the territory is comprised of deserts. The population is only 4.5 million people due to factors such as severe droughts, frequent sandstorms, and the economic challenges typical of desert regions. To the north, Mauritania borders Western Sahara, claimed by Morocco after Spain left the region in 1975. It borders Senegal and Mali to the south, the Atlantic Ocean to the west, and Algeria to the northeast. Mauritania is one of the few desert countries with a coastline, similar to Namibia in the south of the African continent. It gained independence from France in 1960, and since the Arabic has become the predominant language, although French is still spoken. The inhabitants are predominantly Muslim and are descendants of history and speak the ancient Berber language. The name of the country derives from the ancient Berber kingdom of Mauritania. Due to the dry and inhospitable terrain, agriculture is limited. The local population mainly engages in livestock farming and fishing, which is a vital activity for all coastal African nations. Products such as dates and peanuts are also cultivated. Couscous is the most traditional dish, replacing rice and generally accompanied by generous pieces of meat. Unfortunately, the life expectancy in Mauritania is only 46 years. The scarcity of resources and poor management have kept this region off the international radar, resulting in few tourists, unlike neighboring Morocco, which attracts many visitors. Daily life in Mauritania is heavily influenced by the desert environment. The nomadic communities that still exist follow ancestral traditions of migrating in search of pastures for their herds. Camel, goat, and sheep herding is central to the economy and survival of the people. The diet, besides couscous and meat, includes dairy products such as camel milk, which is highly valued. However, the country is not just a place of ancient traditions. In the capital Nouakchott, there is a notable contrast between the traditional and the modern. The city, located on the Atlantic coast, has developed as a center of trade and administration. The fishing port is particularly busy, providing fresh fish for both the local market and for export. Education is an important pillar for the future of Mauritania. Despite economic challenges, efforts have been made to improve access to education with schools and universities aimed at training a new generation of Mauritanians capable of facing development challenges. Additionally, Mauritania possesses significant potential in natural resources, especially minerals such as iron and gold. Mining is a key industry that contributes to the country's economy. With adequate investments and efficient management, these resources can be a gateway to a more prosperous future. Tourism, although still underdeveloped, has great potential. The desert landscapes, the Atlantic coast, and historical sites offer unique opportunities for travelers seeking authentic and less explored destinations. With more infrastructure and promotion, Mauritania could become an attractive destination for tourists from around the world. Mauritania, located in northwest Africa, is often overlooked by Western tourists who frequently consider it devoid of significant attractions. Travel agencies rarely organize trips to the country, citing safety concerns. However, for those who decide to visit Mauritania, it is important to know that the population is predominantly young, with about 40% of the inhabitants under the age of 20. Arab culture predominates and influences many local customs. For example, Mauritanians are accustomed to eating with their right hand in accordance with Sunni Muslim practices, and women cover their arms and legs. As a visitor, respecting these cultural norms is essential. Wearing revealing clothes can attract stares and negative reactions. Men should also avoid wearing shorts even during the hot summer months, opting for trousers instead. Additionally, physical contact, such as shaking hands with Mauritanian women, should be avoided as it is not appropriate in the local culture. From a health perspective, it is advisable to avoid tap water both on the streets and in homes due to the risk of contamination. Always prefer bottled water. In restaurants, it is common to offer Arabic tea after meals, but be aware that there is generally an expectation of payment for this service. Tea, consumed on average 3 times a day, is strong and stimulating, comparable to espresso. Although Mauritania faces many challenges, there are aspects of its culture and daily life that are unique and intriguing. The hospitality of the people, the simplicity of desert life, and the blend of ancient traditions with modernity in places like Nouakchott offer a rich experience for those willing to explore beyond conventional tourist destinations. Nouakchott, the capital of Mauritania, does not have a significant ancient history. The region has always been a vast desert, and even ancient peoples avoided settling in these arid lands devoid of trees and water. The first settlements arose with the arrival of Berber tribes around 500 AD. After the spread of Islam, Mauritania was later conquered by the Arabs, who ruled the Berber community for centuries. The city is the main economic center due to fishing and maritime trade. Although the buildings are generally low-rise, Nouakchott has infrastructure that blends the traditional and the modern. In the small towns around the capital, it is rare to find paved roads. The transit routes are predominantly dirt, and the passage of vehicles raises clouds of dust. Since not all families own cars, it is common to see more donkey-drawn carts than motorized vehicles. The Mauritanian currency, the ouguiya, is rich in symbols representing the country. Due to the importance of fishing, the back of the 1,000 ouguiya banknote features a ship. Other banknotes show camels, reflecting the desert climate and nomadic lifestyle. The Quran is also present on the banknotes, indicating the strong religious influence in the country. Although Mauritania is not a secular state, it is governed by a presidential system that follows Islamic principles. Currently, $1 equals about 40 Mauritanian ouguiya, showing that the currency is not as devalued compared to those of some more developed countries in the Balkans. Daily life in the capital is characterized by a mix of ancient traditions and contemporary influences. The central market, known as Marché Capitale, is a living example of this, where you can find both traditional crafts and imported products. Mosques are central points of the community, reflecting the importance of Islam in the lives of Mauritanians. For visitors, it is important to respect cultural and religious norms. Besides wearing appropriate clothing, it is advisable to keep in mind that public physical contact between men and women is limited. However, the hospitality of the Mauritanians is remarkable. Visitors are often welcomed with tea and generosity, a tradition that reflects the Bedouin spirit of hospitality. The iron extracted from the mines in northern Mauritania is transported to the country's port cities by trains that cross the desert. These minerals are then loaded onto ships and sent to various countries around the world. Some adventurous tourists even illegally board these mining trains, seeking an exciting experience. Additionally, locals who wish to escape the interior areas and seek new opportunities in the port cities also undertake these clandestine journeys. Maintaining this infrastructure efficiently is no easy task. The trains must face extreme conditions, such as sandstorms and scorching temperatures, which can cause rapid damage to equipment and tracks. Additionally, constant maintenance is necessary to ensure the safety of travel, both for the mineral loads and for the clandestine passengers embarking on journeys in search of adventure or opportunity. The export of iron ore is one of Mauritania's main sources of income. The efficiency of this transportation system is therefore vital for the country's economy. Any interruption or delay can have significant consequences, not only locally but also in the global iron market. There are positive developments for Mauritania, a country that often seems to be stuck in time. Recently, gas reserves have been discovered and exports are expected to begin in a few years. According to the gas company BP, the estimated gas reserves in Mauritania are between 100 and 400 billion cubic meters, with extraction expected to start by 2025. A unique aspect of Mauritanian society is the market for divorced women. Women who have separated from their husbands for any reason attend these markets in search of new partners. Due to the high percentage of divorces and the lack of dating applications, these markets are seen as an opportunity to find a new spouse. Interestingly, single Mauritanian men prefer to marry divorced women rather than young singles. It is argued that divorced women, being more experienced, better manage household chores and take better care of their husbands. Additionally, there is the perception that young, inexperienced women would be more vulnerable to the harsh conditions of the country and therefore less suitable for marriage. Unlike many Muslim countries in the Middle East, divorce among women in Berber societies is accepted and does not contradict social traditions. In fact, divorced women often sell their household goods and furniture in the markets after the divorce, turning this separation into a source of income. This is crucial since divorced women in Mauritania do not receive property or compensation after divorce. All household items in the home belong to the woman, allowing her to start a new life. Interestingly, there is cultural pressure for women to gain weight, as Mauritanian men prefer larger women. This tradition leads many women to overeat to stand out. It is an example of how cultural preferences can vary widely around the world. Thank you for watching and remember to subscribe to the channel.